Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among the rolling hills, there lived a young man named Lee. Lee was known throughout the village for his restless mind. He was always thinking, analyzing, and worrying about the past and the future. His mind was cluttered with thoughts, and he could never find peace. One day, Lee heard about a renowned Zen master who lived on top of a distant mountain. The master was said to possess the secret to finding inner peace and tranquility. Intrigued, Lee decided to embark on a journey to seek the wisdom of the Zen master. After days of arduous travel, Lee finally reached the top of the mountain. There, he found the Zen master sitting quietly, his eyes closed in deep meditation. Lee approached the master and bowed respectfully. Lee said, "Master, I have come seeking your guidance. My mind is restless. Can you teach me how to empty my mind?" The Zen master opened his eyes and looked at Lee with a serene smile. "Very well, I will teach you," he replied. The master led Lee to a small courtyard adorned with a beautiful garden. In the center of the courtyard there was a large stone basin filled to the brim with water. Lee watched as the master picked up a ladle and dipped it into the basin. Scooping up a ladle full of water, he then poured the water into a smaller, empty bowl. "Now, Lee, your task is to empty the basin," the master said. "You must transfer all the water from the basin to the smaller bowl without spilling a single drop." Lee looked at the task before him and felt puzzled. How could he possibly empty the entire basin of water into such a small bowl? Nonetheless, he accepted the challenge and began scooping water from the basin. For hours, Lee diligently scooped and poured, but no matter how hard he tried, the basin remained filled with water. Frustration crept into his heart, and his mind became even more restless. The Zen master observed Lee's struggle. With a compassionate gaze, he walked over and gently placed his hand on Lee's shoulder. "Lee, my dear student," the master said softly, "you are trying so hard to empty the basin, but you have forgotten the first and most crucial step. To empty the basin, you must first empty your mind." Lee looked at the master, his eyes filled with confusion. "Master, how do I empty my mind?" The master smiled warmly. "Let go of your worries, your fears, and your attachments," he said. "Focus only on the task at hand. Be present in this moment, and the rest will follow." Lee took a deep breath and let go of his frustration. He stopped trying so hard to empty the basin and instead focused on each scoop of water, savoring the sound and the sensation of it. Gradually, he entered a state of flow, his mind becoming clear and his movements effortless. As Lee emptied his mind, something miraculous happened. The basin seemed to respond to his newfound tranquility. With each scoop, the water flowed effortlessly into the smaller bowl and the basin gradually emptied. Finally, Lee poured the last drop of water into the small bowl. He looked at the Zen master with amazement and gratitude. "You see, Lee," the master said, "when you empty your mind, you allow the universe to flow through you. You become one with the task, and everything falls into place." Lee realized that true peace and clarity resided within him all along. From that day forward, he carried the wisdom of the Zen master in his heart. In our lives, we feel preoccupied with too many thoughts in our minds. This leads to a position where we feel that we have no time for everything. Carving out time, even just a few minutes from our busy schedule, will do more good to us. You can achieve this by clearing your mind. It is important for your mental health. It will also help you focus and be more effective. With a clear mind, you can work more efficiently on what needs doing. This is a wisdom story for you, Thanks and stay blessed.